Hello, 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 my friends. Caitlin here, and it is story time, or rather, dumb Caitlin story time. So, you might not realize this, but people talk about smells a lot in everyday life. Usually mysterious ones like smoke or chemicals or who farted, and I can't smell any of it. So then my response has almost always been, oh, well, I don't have a sense of smell. Only recently I learned that by telling people that, I may be making people think that I use or used cocaine, because apparently that kills your sort of olfactory nerves and you can't smell anymore, and that's not what I want people to think, because I don't do drugs. But there is a real story, and it doesn't involve drugs. I mean, chemicals, but not exactly the same. So, I went to a magnet school for STEM as a teen, and during your junior year, we were all required to do a research project. Being that my dad builds pools and I love to swim, I thought, why not do a swimming pool science project? So I studied the effects of calcium hypochlorite and polyhexamethylene biguanide on swimsuit fabric, aka why do swimsuits fade? So to do the experiment, I'd set up tanks with pumps to circulate the water and then sanitized it with chlorine, and then some with polyhexamethylene biguanide, which is just Baquacil, so it's a non-abrasive cleaner. And then I suspended the swimsuit fabric in the circulating water. My science nerdy side comes out when I get to say things like polyhexamethylene biguanide. Okay, so the setup is not really that important. What's important is that in order to put the chlorine in the buckets, my dad gave me a 5-pound bucket of chlorine. Now this was way more chlorine than I needed. I probably could have gotten away with like a 16-ounce water bottle of chlorine, but all he had was this 5-pound bucket. Now my dad is not a totally irresponsible parent, and giving me this 5-pound bucket of a somewhat dangerous chemical to take to school with me, he did tell me not to open it in a small enclosed space or to breathe it in. So what do you think I did? Opened it in a small space and got a nice big breath of concentrated chlorine air. Oh my gosh, and did it burn like my eyes and my nose and my throat, and just all the facial orifices were on fire. I ran to the nearest water outlet, which also happened to be a water fountain rather than a sink, which was maybe not the best thing, and washed out my eyes and my nose and my throat as best I could. But the damage had been done. So now, I can sometimes smell, or I get like mixed signals with smells. Like I smell bananas when people who have a normal sense of smell don't smell anything, or I smell sweet things when it's actually something spicy. Now, this is kind of scary when it comes to cooking, because with meats and dairy, I can't really tell when it's gone bad just by smell. And sometimes chicken can look okay, but it cannot be okay. Parker's kind of become my official nose. Like, I'll bring him things and put it in his face and like, can you smell this? Is it safe to eat? There's also been at least maybe one instance where I was like burning things and I didn't smell the smoke, but he did. And he came and was like, you're setting the kitchen on fire, Caitlin, please stop. Okay, so what is the moral of this story? It is to listen to your parents, especially if they tell you not to open a 5-pound bucket of chlorine and breathe it in. I will say though that I was not intentionally trying to breathe in the chlorine or destroy my olfactory system. It's just that I forgot that he told me not to do it. Okay guys, for comments today, I want you to be a little bit mean to me, or at least so I can be envious of you, and you tell me what your favorite smell is. So tell me about all those favorite smells that I can't smell down in the comments. Plus remember that you can check me out on these social media sites. Instagram is my favorite, of course. Come hang out with me and my cat and my coloring projects. I hope this video made you smile, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.